What made your parents beg a teenager for help? When I was 17, I was basically obsessed with law stuff. Like super obsessed. My room looked like some kind of weird lawyer cave with these thick binders everywhere labeled things like case law and family code. My mom always joked that I watched more courtroom shows than a retired person, but she thought it was just some phase I'd grow out of. Then one Tuesday in March, this official-looking envelope showed up. County courthouse logo on it. My parents grabbed it before I could see, but I noticed how their faces went completely white when they read it. They didn't say anything to me or my little brother Jake. Just started having these whispered conversations in the kitchen that would stop the second we walked in. My dad would close his laptop really fast whenever I came near. My mom started stress cleaning everything twice a day. I knew something was seriously wrong when my dad started taking phone calls outside, pacing around our driveway at like 9 p.m., talking in this really quiet, desperate voice. Then I heard him say something about 3 months behind and foreclosure notice. That's when it hit me. We were about to lose our house. My dad had been laid off from his construction job 6 months earlier, and my mom's hours at the salon got cut way back. They'd been trying to hide it from us kids, but the bank wasn't playing around anymore. They were 3 months behind on mortgage payments, and the foreclosure process had already started. Finally, they sat me and Jake down. My mom was crying before she even started talking. My dad couldn't look us in the eyes. They showed me the letter and tried to explain, but I'd already grabbed it and read the whole thing twice. While they're sitting there apologizing and saying they don't know what to do, I'm flipping the letter over, grabbing this yellow legal pad I keep by the couch, and I look up at them and ask, "Did you guys file for mortgage forbearance during COVID? Because if you didn't manually opt back in, that's probably why this escalated so fast." They just stared at me like I'd grown a second head. That night, I stayed up until 2 a.m. researching everything. Tenant protection laws, foreclosure timelines, banking loopholes, hardship programs. I found out about this county housing assistance program they qualified for but never applied to. I drafted this whole hardship letter for my dad to sign. I even found a free legal aid nonprofit and scheduled an emergency call for the next day. My parents were completely shocked when I showed them everything I'd put together, like 20 pages of research, highlighted and organized. When the bank representative called the next day, I sat right next to my dad with a notebook full of talking points. When they tried to brush him off, I slid him a post-it note that said, "Demand proof they offered loss mitigation options. They're legally required to." I spent the whole next week working the phones like some kind of junior lawyer, faxing documents, rewriting that hardship letter 3 different times, putting together this massive 34-page packet for both the bank and the county. We got a hearing. I helped my dad prep for it like he was going to trial, wrote out his talking points, coached him on what to wear, how to sit, what tone to use. I even made him practice in front of the bathroom mirror. The day of the hearing, I couldn't go in with him, but I waited outside for 2 hours. When he came out, he was crying, but good crying. The judge had approved a complete halt to the foreclosure and gave them 60 days to restructure the whole mortgage. After that, my mom hugged me tighter than she ever had in my life. My dad kept saying, "I can't believe my teenage daughter just saved our house," over and over. But here's the crazy part. 3 weeks later, my dad got a job offer from this construction company that paid way more than his old job. Turns out the stress of almost losing the house had been making both my parents perform worse at work and interviews. Once that pressure was gone, everything started falling into place. Now my parents literally ask me to look over any important documents before they sign them.